The Sheriff's Office continues to investigate sexual assault cases. One area of the county where we're seeing more of these crimes occur is in Isla Vista, the home to many college students. Last year, in 2016, there were 46 sexual assault cases reported to the Isla Vista Foot Patrol, including 23 rapes. For this edition of Focus on Safety, and in recognition of April being Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we take a look at what we can all do to help prevent these crimes from occurring.
Santa Barbara Rape Crisis Center does work towards ending sexual assault, and one way in which we do that is through community education. The way that we educate individuals to end sexual assault is through two ways. One is through prevention, and the other is through risk reduction. Prevention is really the way to end sexual assault. Prevention holds the perpetrator accountable, as they are the only ones who can end sexual assault. In addition to that, the community also holds responsibility to create an environment where sexual assault is not tolerated. So through education, what we do is we talk to individuals as to how they can be bystanders and intervene in situations where they can prevent sexual assault. And we also talk about some risk reductions. So on the risk reduction side, of course, there's things that individuals already hear. Cover your drink. When you go out with groups. Know your limits. Know how much you can drink before you no longer have control. But again, those are not going to prevent the sexual assault. Those may just lower your risk of being targeted. Similarly, bystanders can also take a role in risk reduction. A friend might say, you're very intoxicated, so I'm going to take you home to be in a safe place.
According to a Bureau of Justice report, women ages 18 to 24 are more likely than any other age demographic to become victims of a sexual assault or rape. That's an alarming statistic for us because so many of our female residents in Isla Vista fall directly within that demographic. We want to change the culture of the bystander behavior. We want to encourage people that if they see something that doesn't look right, say something or do something about it.
The community has a voice where they can tell perpetrators, no, that individual's intoxicated, your behavior towards them is not acceptable and that's not okay. And that's really the way that we can stop sexual assault and prevent it, is by addressing the perpetrators in those situations.
Some survivors of rape or sexual assault, they're very hesitant to report the crime. We take it very seriously. We have the survivor's best interest in mind. The first thing we want to do is make sure that they get the medical attention they need. We try to minimize the trauma that they've experienced, and we also have the team approach. Not only law enforcement will respond, but we'll have rape crisis advocates, social workers, skilled medical professionals, and of course the investigators that'll come out and handle the various aspects of the investigation. We pursue the apprehension of the perpetrator, and through the district attorney's office, we pursue conviction of those people responsible for the crime. Oftentimes, when people are not prosecuted, they feel like they can do whatever they want. It only tends to embolden that perpetrator to go ahead and commit further crimes in the future.
What we know is that when survivors are supported by their community, they're more likely to come forward. So we encourage the community to be empathetic and to be supportive so that survivors feel comfortable to come forward and seek options.
It's a very far-reaching crime. It not only affects the survivor, it affects their friends, it affects their family. They become fearful often, and they change their life around what happened to them. It's an incredibly traumatic experience. That's where the team aspect of the social workers and the trauma counselors and all these other people that we have to come out here and assist our survivors, that's where it really comes into play.
1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 men will survive sexual assault in their lifetime. So we know it's very common, and it's going to be a community effort to end sexual assault.
This past weekend, there was a sexual assault that was reported to us. The survivor reported to a male friend at about 3 o'clock in the morning what had happened to her. Just after 6 a.m. in the morning, her friend was able to encourage her and strengthen her and getting her strong enough to be able to actually make the report to us. And when we went, I thanked him over and over for helping her do the right thing, for getting her in a safe place. I don't know to what degree, but I think people are ready to take action. And I think that's a great thing. We need to really just keep empowering people and educating them that they are doing the right thing and encouraging them that they can make a difference.
The Santa Barbara Rape Crisis Center has a 24-hour hotline where advocates are standing by to talk to anyone who needs help. The number is 805-564-3696. Again, that's 805-564-3696. The Rape Crisis Center provides counseling on the hotline or in person. The group also helps with medical and legal options and community referrals. Remember, it's up to all of us to keep women and men safe from sexual assault.